Mary Jane, it's working. It's working. Oh, stuff's happening. It woofed. Didn't explode, but it puffed up under violence. It's moving all around.
The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
Alright guys, back again. Got this contraption. Yes, that's what you think it is. But yeah, I'm gonna filter this through water, so I grabbed an old, from my high school days, a water bong, a water filtration unit. And we're gonna take this gas, which is fairly low temperature. I'm gonna find out how low temperature if this PEX fails or survives, and all there is electrical tape with the Gorilla Glue 5-minute epoxy. So that's, they both have a temperature rating of around 180. So see if it melts or what happens. If it does, we just pop it off there and do some other experiment that I want to do. So this is the wood left over after I believe it was about 10 hours of running this. So I had a big piece of wood, a lot of smaller pieces, and the can was nearly full. So yeah, that's crazy. It ran for 10 hours, right? Putting out smoke the whole time, which I could ignite temporarily, but not permanently. There's the wood gas residue, the tars from the wood. It's the byproducts of combustion. There is quite a bit of tar formation, as you can see. It's actually raining back down onto the wood and burning with the reaction, so that's kind of cool. But we're gonna what we're gonna do today, we're gonna add this little bit. I'll just trim pieces of wood and this piece of wood here. That's it, unless we can fit that one, but I don't think we can. So this is just a wet, freshly cut piece of wood. If you watch my videos, you've seen the experiment where I drilled a hole in the middle there, 1-inch hole on a big log, and I placed it with this special air pump, the more powerful one, which is in this box. This is the 200 watt. We're not using that for this experiment, but that 200 watt, I ordered a Variac so I can control it down, because I want to do some experiment, obviously dial this in, but because all I have right now is a 30 watt pump, what we're going to use to run this and that 200 watt pump. So the Variac will allow me some control over the 200 watt pump and basically give me all the different ranges so I can figure out temperatures and pressures and times of burn and all different experiments. We're going to do some other ones I thought of that are way more even interesting than this, but I have to focus on one step of the process at a time, so we're going to do that. So since we only have plastic line as a buffer, I'm only going to use 9 charcoal briquettes. We're going to ignite these. And once they're ignited, we're going to pour it in, pour that dry wood, put the other piece in, and then turn it on. I'm worried about rain, so you see it might be coming. So we're going to go ahead and fire it up. It's kind of been raining off and on all day. It's not quite lit all the way, but it'll do. We'll get combustion. So let's pour it in. Alright. So we got her in there. Couple coals. Alright, so let's pour in this wood here. Just like so. I think we got room now. Let's find out. Oh yeah, we got room. Alright, set you down. Okay, I've literally turned it on 2 seconds ago. Everything seems to be great. A little bit of water bubbling out. That's fine, because I have a perfect seal there. Good enough for the girls I know. Get the thermometer. So, like I said, it's that little 30 water. That's the one that's ran for almost 6 years continuously. Pretty much the first time it's been out of my pond. But yeah, 30 watts is enough to heat the outside of this. Some spots 300 degrees, other spots only Other spots only get up to about 150, 190, somewhere in between there. Coolest I've seen is like 120. But yeah, then I put water on top of the lid and make some crazy patterns. Probably do that in a minute to help condense the smoke. That's definitely steaming. There's that pattern. It's caused by the reverberation of the air inside of the cylinder from the 30-watt pump in the box. We'll do that right now. Show you what I'm talking about. So we pour a little bit of water on there. I don't know if it's doing the thing yet. Leaking a little air, it looks like. That's a first. That's okay. Pump in the air. Not getting the cool patterns like before. Probably because we're restricting everything with this PEX line. So let's just let it go. And that's also creating back pressure. It's causing a leak right there. Well, that water will add as an extra seal. So that will be fine. So let's just let it run. Alright, so it looks like the wood tar, this is about 2 minutes later, has already started to seal that, which I imagine it will. So let's just check some temps, because we're literally 5 minutes from fire up. 115, here's your baseline. 53. So 125, 137. This is in 5 minutes. 288. Let's come up here. We're doing pretty good there. We're only at 75. PEX is at 75. Let's see down here. 55, 58, 60. But remember, I put room temperature water, so it should be about 60. Just a cold water, but let that burn. So yeah, so it's probably a little hotter because the charcoal, I think this steadies out about 150 usually, but we got ignition. So let's, just for shits and giggles, we'll see if we got some flame. Doubt it, but you never know. Oh, it goes right away. Let's turn this right down. It's barely lit. See, it makes the smoke dissipate. That's so cool. It smells really good out here. That's the best part. Smoke is not bad. What it's doing, this was 10 feet over your garage, just a straight pipe. You wouldn't even feel the heat at all, or smell the smoke, I mean. So yeah, that's the cool thing. Is like, my next experiment, I'm gonna put this bucket in water, heat up the volume of water. As you can see, the water on top, maybe you can't see, is starting to steam already. So that's kind of cool. It's steaming off that cooling water, which means it's doing its job and condensing tar. So we're just gonna let this run. I'll be back with you. So I've just invented a new weed vaporizer. I got them. So yeah, it's just obviously a smaller container, smaller, same type of pump, miniature. Fill the chamber with your stuff. Obviously it locks together. And boom. Ignite it. You can ignite this with gas. I know you saw me ignite it with charcoal. But I do have the option to start it with propane and push button start. I just haven't installed that yet. This charcoal is so easy and quick. But I will. I have a little bit of propane injection, but obviously with a smoking device it would be butane. But yeah, the butane would ignite it. The pump would push it through. Collect a lot of the oils, essential oils out of it, and then you would get smoke. vaporized smoke, sort of. Combusted, but combusted in a different way. Low temperature, obviously. Speaking of temperature, in about 10 minutes, it's ignition. So let's just go ahead and check our temperatures. 180, 230, 250 is the highest I saw. Let's come on down. Oh, 345. Pretty warm. Running a little hotter, I think. Maybe because we're creating back pressure on the system. Who knows? This is interesting. You know, around 700, I think violent things start happening. At least with the other experimental test platform. When I hit 700, I started getting some woofing and stuff. Well, there's more experimentation needed. So I'll be back. Alright, it's been 18 minutes. Smelling really good. Got quite a bit of steam. It's like our Gorilla Glue is failing. Well, that's not good. It's starting to bubble a little bit. But let's check our temps anyway. 125. 108. Let's come up here. It says it's only 85, but oh yeah, tube's 100. Okay. This is after 18 minutes. The water on top, it says, is only 100 degrees, but it's steaming away. There's got to be spots hotter than that. Let's go down low. It's the hottest spot. It's right there, 400 degrees. Well, that's kind of a bummer. It's leaking just ever so slightly. Come back in, I don't know, another 20 minutes and we'll probably pop that open. Let's see if we can light this smoke up. Alright, back again. Only been about 25 minutes since ignition. That was starting to leak, so I fixed it with electrical tape. We'll see how long that lasts. The water's steaming off very well. That is not leaking smoke. It does not leak at all. The air 100% stopped leaking, probably plugged with the tar. But yeah, we just got, that's just doing a cooling effect. As that evaporates off, it's transferring heat, so it's condensing wood tar, which is awesome. That keeps it from going into the stream. This is the stream. This is what it looks like pumping out. You see there's, let's just do it onto there. You can see there's copious moisture from the wood coming out. So we're just going to place this into its spot. See. It's pretty friggin' awesome. Push it there. Get a little better seal. So yeah, 25 minutes bubbling through the water. Doing its job. I almost wonder if we can ignite that yet, but we're not going to try. We're just going to, we'll be back. Let's come back. 45 minutes total. Alright guys, it's been an hour and a half total since ignition. So we're going to do a temperature test. We got about 100 right there. 240, I think the highest temperature before was right here. So we got 250. And it drops down. So yeah, my hasn't melted at all. The electrical tape, it's raining profusely, so the top is, it's cold rain. It's still steaming off. and bubbling away, and it's not, I felt it, it's not even hot at all. Same temperature as when we started the water. Alright, still raining 3 hours later. Still running. Did run the blowtorch and burn the plastic off my broken bazong, but that aided an ignition, and I was lighting it, and I was getting some like purplish fire, but it wouldn't sustain. So I'm getting there. I'm gonna have to build the next video. I'm gonna have a 3-chamber water filter, 2-chamber, and then followed by another filter, which is just a paint can with charcoal and sawdust like I made before, and then we'll try to ignite the smoke. I think it will, but we'll find out. Also, hopefully we get the Variac so we can control the 200 watt like I was talking, down to you know, put it at 40, 50, 60. Find the line where this thing starts blowing steam out like it did, if you saw at the beginning of the video. When I hooked the 200 watt pump up, I started pumping steam rapidly. The thing started popping up and down. It got pretty violent. It scared me, like, because if you get ignition of the gases, it shoots like a reddish colored flame, and there's quite an explosion. I had it in my other chamber, but the outside temperatures on that 30-pound old fire extinguisher cylinder went up to like 700 degrees in a couple minutes, like I think 3 minutes. And when that happened is when the explosion started occurring. So we're not going to get anywhere near that, but we will find that line. And it's kind of cool that this can turn into like a steam generator without adding any additional water. It's just the water from the wood. As you saw earlier when I was spraying it on there, there's quite a bit of moisture. Now the water filtration should capture some of that moisture and bring the temperature down of the combustion. So, or bring the temperature down of the smoke itself. What I'm trying to make is syngas, wood gas, this method. It might fail, but I think I'm on the right track with what I saw earlier. So, till next time, thanks for joining me. Oh, let's do some temperature. See if we can even see it. I can't see it on the video. Here, let me cut out the flash there. Now we can see it. It's 160, 208. It's hard to see, that's for sure. Alright. Well, see if we can find a hot spot on here. 315 over here now. Kind of weird how the hot spots walk around. But yeah, until next time, thanks for joining me. Have a good night.